Hi, I'm Scott Heim. I'm the author of the novel Mysterious Skin and also a book called We Disappear, which comes out in February of 2008. My publisher, Harper Collins, decided that they kind of wanted me to be a little more human, because I know a lot of authors, you just sort of know about them by the sterile jacket copy on the back of their book. So what they wanted me to do for this film was sort of answer questions out of this bowl here. So I'm going to pull a few out, and these are just sort of, candid questions, and see if I can have a good answer for them. Okay, the first is, do you have any scars, and are there any stories behind them? Let's see. The one that's coming to mind right now is, you probably can't see it on the film, but there's a scar right here on my wrist, which I got in 1994, actually right after I sold Mysterious Skin to my publisher. My friend was really happy for me, so he decided to take me out to dinner, and I was working at the time on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, and he lived on the Upper East Side, and so I was walking across Central Park, and I slipped on some ice and fell and broke my wrist, and they had to put pins in it. And at the time I didn't have health insurance, so half of my advance that I got for Mysterious Skin was spent on hospital bills. So that's the answer to that question. This one is describe your first crush, and I don't really want to answer that one, so I'm going to pick the next. Let's see. This is name one pro and one con of living in each location. Rural Kansas, New York City, Boston. Yeah, I grew up in Kansas, in a small town in Kansas, so that's why that question says that. And then I lived in New York for about 10 years, and now I live in Boston. Rural Kansas, I probably didn't love so much when I was living there as a kid, but it certainly gave me, I think, a lot of experiences, and it's certainly the place I draw on still when all three of my novels are set there. So I guess the biggest pro about rural Kansas is it gave me kind of a setting that I think maybe sets me apart from a lot of other writers. New York, certainly I think the most exciting city in the world, so that's definitely the pro. Con would definitely be it's way too expensive. And Boston is maybe not quite as exciting as New York, but for the first time in my life, I actually own a house instead of paying rent, and it's nice to pay less of a mortgage every month than such huge rents that I paid in New York, and I have a lot more space, and it gives me sort of a space to write in my own office, which I didn't have in New York. So yeah, those are 2.5 questions that I answered, I guess, and I'll end there. Thanks.